Hey, welcome everyone. Dr. Tom here with my beautiful wife Shelley. We wanted to show you a day in the life of the Preston clan. Well everyone, this is where I spend a good chunk of my day. This is my private office in our home, and this is where I'd like to say all the magic happens. I've got 4 core values in my life. My number 1 core value is my family. My number 2 core value is health. Number 3 core value is spirituality, and my number 4 is business. And so my life is largely built around my core values, and it's a big part of who I am. So I'm going to show you a little bit more about my family in a few minutes, but I wanted to just tell you a little bit about my background in the coach consulting world. I've been coach consulting now for almost 20 years, and I started doing it years ago when I was at a program up in the mountain in Colorado called Total Solutions. And I ended up adjusting a lot of the docs for some reason during that program. And I was having a moment where I went downstairs and there was a person who was in a really deep process, and I ended up working through the process with them. There's a lot of tears and a big catharsis, and later on they said to me when it was done, they said like, wow, would you go get my coach? I need to talk to them. And I said, well, who's your coach? And they told me. So I went upstairs and got this person, and they went downstairs and had a moment with this person. And then when I come back upstairs, they said, man, I don't know what you did with that person, but they think you're like an angel walking on the earth, like you really helped them a lot. And I said, oh, that's great, I'm glad I could be there. And I said, by the way, they called you your coach, what's that mean? He said, well, I'm like their business coach. I'm like their consultant that helps them with their life and business and building their life and their ideal. And the guy looked at me and he goes, you would make a great coach. And so he gave me some information about how to do that. I went and researched coaching, and it turns out I've been coaching for several years, but I didn't know it. People were contacting me from all over the place asking me about how to do this and how to do that, because apparently building my life and my ideal, which was working a 25-ish hour work week, making a nice net 6-figure income and taking 10 to 12 weeks of holidays a year, people wanted to know more about that. So that's my background in the coach consulting world, and of course I built the program that we have now under Full Circle Coaching and Consulting, and we now have 4 hand-picked associate coaches, a marketing department, 2 CA trainers, and it's really expanded from the days of old. So that's just a little background about me. One of the things that I believe is really important is the environment with which you live and work. And so this office is actually a place I spend a lot of time because I choose to. In behind the cameras, actually, it used to be a brick wall, and I had them blow a hole through it and put a window in so I could get some more daylight. And if you just take a tour with me out through the window that I look out through all day, you can see our beautiful backyard, which I'll introduce you to and show you a little bit more in a minute. And we got squirrels and chipmunks and all different types of birds and things. And of course, in the summer with the kids playing at the pool, it was an important part of my world. So again, welcome to a day in my life. This is kind of more the business side, and I'll go down and show you a little bit more about the personal side. So another important part of a life in the day is the morning Keurig coffee, and you can sense my commute as we just hopefully gently pan the camera, and that glass door is where my office is. So that's my morning commute, which is one of my favorite parts of the day, the 22-foot morning commute. And that's after I've enjoyed some time here in my favorite chair of all time, which is where I do some of my morning rituals, my meditation and my morning healing codes and subconscious defragging, and actually do a little bit of social media stuff. So here's another important room in our home. This is our executive boardroom, complete with my wife Shelley's desk and all the prerequisite things you need, the boardroom table, of course, and all of the things that go with that. So this is where we do consults for clients who come up and spend a day with me to do some business strategy work, as well as a place where I do my coach training. I've done retreats down here. It's a special part. And I'm going to take you through to another part of the house where I can introduce you to more of the family. So this is our newly renovated family room, as I still do a little bit of adjusting in my carpet background. A recent flood sort of forced our hand on this one, and so we were able to get our family theater room, and at the end of the day we like to relax and enjoy a good movie or something. We're not big TV watchers, but we do enjoy a movie. So here's some of the gang, and my daughter Talia here, my daughter Jayla, there's our daughter Jara and her husband Devin. Of course, there's my beautiful wife Shelley, who you met earlier, and there's Tegan. So the only one missing is Tess, who's teaching out in British Columbia right now, and so she's going to send her own little chunk of video in.
Hi, it's Tessa and Ben, and we're in Langley BC teaching for the year, and we love it, and it's beautiful here, and the weather's awesome, and this is the view we have every single day.
So continuing a day in the life, the family's headed out to the Gazebo. This is our backyard, which is one of the selling features of this property for us. The real estate agent was pretty sharp, ended up taking us into the backyard before we went into the main home. The main home needed some renovation, and that door right there is my office, and so that's the door that I look out all the time. I'll show you my spare office, which is our gazebo. So as I said, this is one of our family gathering places, our gazebo, and it's a great place to come and spend some time and relax out in nature without being completely out of in the bugs and stuff. So got the little fire going, some mugs of something warm to drink, and a family gathering. So this is actually the Canadian Thanksgiving, and it's the chance for everybody to be home, which is one of the reasons we're able to do this video today. Well, no depiction of a day in the life of Dr. Tom or his family would be complete without a little bit of footage at our beautiful wilderness lodge in Quebec. This is one of my dreams, to have a place like this when I was a young man, and I'm fortunate enough to be the owner/guardian of this property now for 22 years. It's our pride and joy. It's where we spend an enormous amount of time. You can tell this was obviously shot in the fall, and there's really just some beautiful colors out right now. I'll just show you a couple of my favorite spots here at the lodge. As I said, it's where we spend an enormous amount of time. So one of our favorite places in the world, and I'll show you my favorite room in there in the lodge. So I'll take you inside our lodge. Requisite fieldstone fireplace, and our main seating area, of course. Our main dining table. And of course, no property like this is complete without a kitchen. Everything runs on propane out here because we're in the boondocks. There is no hydro except for a generator system that we run at night. And this is my favorite room. It's our sunroom. And spending an enormous amount of time out here, sitting actually in that chair right there, contemplating life and looking up the lake at this gorgeous view. It's just absolutely serene and very zen, and allows me to be the most authentic version of myself I can be. So thanks for taking a tour at a day in the life of Dr. Tom and his family. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I hope we get the privilege of interacting with you more in the future.